Hello there, welcome to the Quarter to 3 live stream of Battlezone Gold. No, wait, yeah, Battlezone Gold. There's a few battle zones out there. This is a specific one I want to show you. I'll tell you about this in a minute. I'm Tom Chick. I was supposed to be here yesterday and wasn't. Apologies if you showed up and were like, when is the live stream starting? I totally conked out. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I dozed through the entire time. Whatever. Anyway, so we're here today, and I'm going to show you guys this Battlezone game. Why am I showing you this? Battlezone came out in like 1978. Actually, when did the original one come out? I remember as a kid, I think it had like a periscope controller thing. Like you put your face up to the, and you're like looking into this whole other virtual world, like Tron, but it was only green. And just being fascinated with it, and disappointed too that you could never drive to the horizon. Like always thinking, oh, I'm going to go to those mountains over there, and they were fake. They were before we even knew what skyboxes were. So at any rate, Battlezone, it was an Atari game. When Atari sold off all their stuff, the Battlezone rights were bought by Rebellion. Rebellion's a UK developer. They, for a while, were mainly known as the folks who had the Judge Dredd license. They kicked off the Aliens vs. Predator franchise, I believe. I think the first one was them before Monolith did the other ones. I might be wrong about that. Check my work on that one. So they bought from Atari when Atari was having some sort of a fire. Is Atari dead? Yeah, Atari collapsed, and I think their stuff was passed around. And at some point, Rebellion was like, yeah, we're going to buy this Battlezone license. And I can't imagine they paid much for it. It was probably like, I don't know, 30 bucks, maybe 40. And, you know, by the time you translate that into euros, you're talking a good $60, I'm sure. So they bought the license for this, and they've done a couple of things with it. One of the things that they have done, so there was a Pandemic Battlezone RTS that you drive around vehicles in, and it was multiplayer, and that I think was from 98. That was from a long time ago. And there's a Redux version of that that was recently released for the PC. This that I'm about to show you is not that. The Redux version, and I just had a hard time getting the controls to work with the Redux version. I'm sure that if I were to spend the time ironing out the fact that it's not made for modern computers, it might be cool. But I didn't spend that time, forget that. So they released, Rebellion released a VR game for the PlayStation 2 years ago called Battlezone. I think it was just maybe it was Battlezone Gold, whatever. It was a VR Battlezone game for the PlayStation 4. And nobody has VR on the PlayStation 4, so nobody got to play it, so I couldn't tell you how good it was. But a year later, they released it for the PC. So last year, I booted this up. I was like, okay, let's see what Rebellion is doing with a VR Battlezone game. And guess what? It was pretty cool. But I can only play VR games for about 5-10 minutes before I start getting super woozy, especially VR games where there's a lot of movement. If it's just something like, let's see, what if most VR games do have a lot of movement? What's something that doesn't have a lot of movement? I was going to say the dirt rally games, but no, those make me sick after about 10 minutes. Yeah, there's nothing I can really play in VR for more than 10 minutes. So I booted this up in VR for the PC and was like, yeah, this is really cool, and I wanted to play it. It has a roguelike campaign mode kind of thing, which I'm going to show you. And I couldn't play it because it was VR, so I was like, you know what, Rebellion, thanks for doing this. Yeah, it's a shame it's VR only. And they apparently heard my thoughts. They read my mind. I don't know how they did it, but they must have some mind-reading technology, because they eventually released this, and it might have been this way all along, and I just didn't realize it, but you can play it without VR. And that's one of the dirty little secrets about VR, by the way. There's nothing, I repeat, nothing on VR that won't work just as well on a 2D screen. I defy you to think of something, because Lord knows I've been looking. There's some things that are enhanced with VR, that are cooler, but there's nothing that won't work just as well mechanically in 2D. So at any rate, that's the case with this. And it's been the case for a while, so why am I finally getting around to streaming it? Well, they just released it for the Nintendo Switch. And I've been playing it on the Switch, thinking, yeah, this is really cool because I can play on the Switch for more than 10 minutes and not get sick. So I went back to see, okay, can you finally play without VR on the PC? Yes, you can. Don't know how long it's been that way. It's not the default, by the way. You have to launch the launcher configuration front end thing. And then you tell it, no VR. If you just double click on it, at least for me, it boots up all your VR accoutrements. And suddenly you're like, guy, no, shut everything down. I don't want to do that. I just want to play 2D. So you go to the launcher. You tell it, no VR, and it even says it's a smaller button. It clearly wants you to play in VR. Richard told, I thought there was a game people could name that couldn't work out of VR. Nope. If there is, I'd love to hear about it. So, okay, let's, first of all, one of the things that becomes increasingly clear the more you play this is that it's built for multiplayer. I'll show you why in a minute, but let's go online real quick, and let's just join a multiplayer game. Oh, look. Get used to that. You're going to be seeing it a lot if you want to play multiplayer. You're certainly going to see it on the Nintendo Switch. If you have a couple of buddies who own this game, yeah, great. This is co-op, by the way. It's not team-based. So just you and one other person, that's fine. But you're not going to be joining strangers playing this game because nobody's online playing it. Big surprise. So get used to pressing this button. Now, here we go. There's a current campaign I loaded up just to look at something. I'm going to start a new campaign. Random seed. Let's just put in case you guys want to try to beat how well I do. Wait, I don't want it to be hard. Oh, Sarah Palin. It's inherently hard and long. Wait a minute. Hold on. No, I don't want... Because I wanted to set a short campaign so I could hopefully show you guys more of it. Yeah, okay. If you put in a seed, I guess the included in the seed is the difficulty and the length. I don't know what Sarah Palin is, so we're not going to go with that. I'm just going to go with a short campaign. Oh, I didn't even know it went to beginner. I'm going to leave it on normal for a reason I'm going to show you in a minute here. And we're going to now create a campaign. So... this does it's almost like FTL, but instead of two ships fighting, you play a round of Battlezone with different objectives on different maps, which is kind of a cool idea. JV McMaster is raiding with a party of 3, Twitch tells me. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, we'll do a drawing for Request Wednesday in about an hour. So if you've got any votes for that, type into the chat, I vote for, and whatever you'd like me to live stream on Wednesday. If you're watching a recording of this, you can just type into the comment section, I vote for, and the name of any game, and then it'll be included in the next drawing. All right, so we're going to create a... Here we go. We're starting a campaign. You can only keep one at a time. Now, here I'm being asked, do I want the heavy, medium, or light tank? And each one has varying hull hit points, shield levels, and speeds, as you might imagine. See these upgrades? You don't get any of them yet, so don't even look at this. Now, if you keep looking around, you're like, oh, wait, what is this? An aggro tank. I want to unlock that. Okay, I can understand if you do, but check it out. Defeat the AI core, which is the end of the... Every campaign, you're working your way across a map, and the AI core is this super annoying boss at the other end of the map. So you have to beat the game on normal to unlock this, which you can see here I have not done on the PC version. Normal. Once you beat it on normal, you unlock these next 3 tanks. Then once you beat it on hard, you unlock these next 3. Then once you beat it on extreme, you unlock these next 3. So I'm going to play on normal. Actually, I don't know why I care. I don't imagine. So the thing about the unlockables... Aggro tank. Draw and survive enemy fire. Okay. Recon tank for scouting. There's a resupply tank. Support other Cobra pilots. Medic tank. You're a healer. What? All this gets at the fact that, yeah, they made this to support multiplayer. You can play it single player, but don't be expecting you're going to get any use out of driving around a medic tank if it's just you. Certainly not a resupply tank. So these unlockables aren't like necessarily, hey, a better tank, I'm going to do better. They're more like lateral improvements, and they're a lot of them are geared towards specialized roles that you can afford to take if you have multiple players, like this mine clearing tank, or oh, what is this guy? Oh, he starts with upgraded weapons. You know what? He is way better than the other one. But at any rate, when you start, oh, you know, I think all of these are better because they all have upgraded equipment. Yeah, look at that. A Mark 5 machine gun, Mark 5 cannon. All right, now I do want to unlock these. Huh. All right, well, we're going to start with a medium tank. Light, medium, heavy are pretty straightforward. If you're playing solitaire, just take the heavy tank, because speed doesn't really matter that much. You're going to like these this extra hull hit points and certainly the shields. I'm going to teach you something very, very important about the shields. If you're like me, you play this and you die a lot, and you're like, this game is stupid, and you're frustrated, and you quit. And then when you play it again months later, you realize, oh, right, that's how it worked. So we're going to take the medium tank. It has unguided rockets. It has a like multiple rocket lock-on. You'll note the heavy tank has a single rocket lock-on. That should be missile, not rocket, right? And this rot ability is something that I think it makes enemy tanks take extra damage. You know what? I'm not sure. We'll find out later. All right, so I've selected this. Right away, you're in the tank cockpit. And if you're playing VR, it does a pretty cool thing where it moves you through a tank factory. And it shows your tank being, like, I think, put together, and all these robot arms are moving you around. And I think it's covering for loading. I'm not sure. But it then moves you to a little launch pad. And here's what you're looking at. And this little map here, this is the map. And you might be thinking, oh, that's awfully tiny. Yeah, it is. They kind of want you to... They want it in front of you in VR. And you reach out and you push a button. And you'll note the cockpit. I'm having to hold down the right mouse button. There's important information down here that you can't see when you're shooting, because when we shoot, I'm playing with a mouse. You can play with a gamepad, but you'll see in a minute, I think it definitely benefits from a mouse and keyboard. So for instance, if I'm aiming at something high up like this, which my view will do, you'll note I cannot see how much ammo I have, because that's down there. Oh, there will be. I promise it'll tell me how much ammo I have as soon as the game launches. So it's clearly built for VR where you can glance down here. There's no field of view setting for the cockpit, at least that I can find. Maybe you can edit an INI file. Left empty. I can't believe Tom's managing to spend so much time in the menus of an arcade shooter with 2 buttons. I know, right? Except it's not an arcade shooter. You're about to find out. There's all these weapon choices. There are upgrades over here. You can swap out weapons. These different hexes. You can launch a probe, because some of the hexes give you... kind of like multiple choice encounters, little text encounters that you have to decide. Other hexes are resupply points. These 3 little white things are shield generators. And the AI core currently has 3 shield generators, and you can see these little yellow lines active. And if I were to go in there, are they shield generators? I forget what they are, but they're 3 things that make it more powerful, and they'll be a pain in the butt if I go in there. So ideally, you want to take out all 3 of these before you take on the AI core. The problem is, each time you move, see this enemy power setting? Right now the enemy's at 0. And each time it fills up, it's going to spawn a badass Nemesis tank, and the power's going to increment, the power being the level of the enemies you face. So you can't dilly-dally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's go south. Now, I don't have enough... Here's my... I think the currency in this game is called data. I don't have enough data to launch a probe, so we're just going to launch. And these are 2. It's showing me the 2 of the 5 enemies that can appear here. Hold the extraction pad to prevent AI forces from uploading a virus. All right, so this is just a defense mission. You ready? We're actually going to play now. Here we go. Scanning. We've scanned. It's WSD. Use the mouse to aim your turret.
Prevent enemy units from reaching our data upload pad.
I say your turret, there is no turret. You simply rotate the tank, which is a little bit misleading. So, not a lot of info, right? So you can see, you have to understand what the icons are on radar. There's the pad. They're going to try to send guys in to hack it. This right here is just a little tower. These little rises are impassable. I cannot get past them. That's what impassable means. So this is like a closed-off area. I'm already getting a return on my radar. The 2 blue things are friendlies. That green thing in the distance will heal me up. So there's a friendly taking damage. There's a little airborne thing, so we're going to lock onto them. You can also lock on the ground units. So you're like, Tom, you're getting hit. Aren't you worried? You're taking a lot of damage. It's a lot of units right off the bat. The green circles around my radar. Is this too loud? By the way, I can barely hear myself. Get that UFO. The green circles around the radar are my shields. And as long as my shields aren't busted, I'm okay. I will finish that guy off. And when things die, they drop data, which is money. Here I'm picking some up. It's those little tinkly noises. So a couple of things. The lower left, down there, you see there's my ammo count. If you run out of ammo for your main guns, you go to a stupid little blaster. This little thing here on the bottom right of the HUD has 642. That's the number of rounds in the current magazine and then the number left. Okay, it's spawning something out these guys. So that guy, you'll note, has shielding. Is that my buddy? No. Okay, this guy is starting to hack my... So you can see in the bottom right is my objective. It's how close the enemy is to taking my little virus upload point. So I don't know if you noticed, but I never took any hull damage. On the little struts on my cockpit, there are green bars. That's my hull damage. The circles around my radar are my shielding, and none of those things really had weapons that could penetrate my shielding. So down here in objectives, you can see there are no enemies in the objective area. They have 0% hacked. It's not showing me a timer, so I guess it doesn't want me to know how long I have. So there are magazines and your total ammo. Watch this. If I hit E, well, R for... Oh, shoot, I thought I rebounded. Hold on a minute. When did this change? Did it not save my rebinds? So as I'm firing, you'll see I have 6 rounds left, 5 rounds left, 4 rounds left. At a certain point, I want to reload. Oh. Oh, that was reloading, by the way. You saw the little bar. And you can see my shields are holding just fine. So there's a reload, right? I'm actually going to go to my rockets. There it's reloading. And you can see he's 16% hacking me.
Hold point cleared. Extraction in 4.
All right, so there was the first mission.
2,
they were
1.
Power level 0. All right, I think this is damage I inflicted. Me killing things gave me this amount of data. Data is money in this game. Pickups were the stuff that they drop. When they get killed, they drop coins. And then for meeting the objectives, I got this amount. So I got a total of 2,000 data. What am I going to do with that? Well, we're going to find out. Let's go back to the map. These are video games. This reminds me of Saints Row 4. It does kind of, doesn't it? So here's the enemy power level going up. Actually, does it? I think each time it fills one of these bars, it increments. And then every 3 bars, it spawns a Nemesis tank. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's a hex. Oh, no, that was the hex I entered the map on. All right, so now I can go to either one of these places. I have no info about these places. They might be a battle. I don't know what kind of battle. They might be a resupply point. It might be one of those little event things where you get to make you get a little multiple choice. Hey, here's a story thing. If I launch a probe, I think the probe's radius is 2 hexes. But I don't need to at this point. I'm going to come down here. And the probe costs 250 out of this money here. What do I do with this money? Well, I have a Mark I unguided rocket launcher and a Mark I multi-lock-on missile launcher. they're kind of lame, and they're especially going to be lame when I hit harder difficulty, higher level enemy power. So if I can save my money and find a resupply point, I can buy new weapons. Pretty cool. I can buy lives. If you lose 3 lives, you can retry a map as many times as you want, as long as you have enough lives left. These 3 lives have to sustain me all the way through killing this boss. Alternatively, and I'm going to do that now, I can buy mods. I don't know why they're called mods, because they're, oh, modulators. Let's go ahead and buy, can we get 3 of them? No, we'll be able to get 2. Yeah, we can't quite get a 3rd one. 1,000. So this gives us points here on this little upgrade screen right here. So I'm definitely boosting my front shield. Let's go ahead and put in the active reload. The active reload, well, you'll see that in action. So now our front shields are a little bit heftier. All right, let's head down here. Oh, oops, I wasn't reading. Did it tell me what kind of mission it was?
Find and protect the Allied base from the enemy attackers.
All right, so another defense mission, but we have to figure out where the base is. Oh, I think this is it. That star up there on the hit point bar means that's the objective. So here's another defense mission. And you might be thinking, hey, it's the same map, but no, you're wrong, it's not, because if you recall, we were up on a little raised area. Now we have this kind of icy plain with a couple of stalagmites. Probably not what those are. This could be anthills. So, you can hold down shift in this game to run. Look at that active reload. See? Just like in Gears of War. However, and I wish the game had made this clearer, when you hold down shift, you're using your shield juice. Okay, my front shields are taking a beating. And look how quickly they regenerate, too.
One defeated.
That's one of my buddies. That green thing there, if I take damage, if I shoot it, it will heal me up. It's a little healing thing. Alright, so we've got a couple of enemies spawning. We can just hang back here and wait for them. Are they going to come through here? Looks like they might. Let's go to our little lock-on thing. I don't know, where are you going, dude? We're supposed to defend the base back here. Just found something to shoot at. Alright, you know what? Looks like they're all up here. No, there's 2 back here. Oh, look, way over there.
Allied base is taking damage.
Shoot. So I took a teensy bit of hull damage, you can see there, by just rushing at those guys. I'm just going to sit here and wait for them. Wizard of Video Games calls this Disney's Tanks on Ice. Alright, it's a little airborne vehicle, and you'll note I'll be able to lock onto it from way back here. Oh, my buddy got it. There we go. And he got the other thing, too. Dude, quit hogging all the kills. No, I was gonna kill it, you jerk. You know what? Fine. I'll hog your kills. Shoot.
Allied base successfully defended. Extraction.
So look at me holding down the turbo.
4,
My shields are
3,
completely gone.
2, 1.
And if I let up on turbo, see, they come back. So one of the things I was doing when I first was playing this game was constantly holding down shift to get around more quickly. And when you do that, you have no shields. So don't do that. Be very careful about when you run. Alright, so there, yeah, it is each time it fills up one of these bars. So, the enemy tanks are leveling up. What can we do about that? Well, each time we take one of these shield generators, it lowers the enemy power. Alright, so there's where we started. Why would I go back there? I guess I could. Here's where we are. We can only go here, so there's no point even dropping a probe, because what's going to happen is going to happen. I have 2,200 space bucks. Let's buy another mod. Let's actually buy 2 more. So we spent all our money, and let's improve our shielding on the left and right. Don't let anyone come in your rear and shoot you, because your shields will be weaker there, unless you upgrade them. Alright, here we go. Oh, shoot, I wasn't looking again. What was my mission? It'll tell me on the screen in the bottom right.
Fight your way to the enemy base and destroy it.
Alright, now you guys are going to see a kind of an annoying not annoying. The offensive missions are a bit different. Okay, before you're like, oh, these maps are all just blue with random polygons. Nope. Look at this. Ruined ships. There's it. Let's get this guy out of the way. And there's some long-range artillery over there. Go pick up the bits he dropped. No, there's no time limit. Okay, see that little yellow canister? That is ammo. A lot of times you will need that because you will run out of ammo. So there are some white things on the mini-map. What are those? Oh, I have a buddy up there. I think that's my buddy. White things on the mini-map are neutral bases that you can capture for bonuses. Yeah, so looks like there's a tower over there. Oh, it's a tank. All right. Can you see the damage? In fact, the damage, it like carves hunks of the shape out of the tank, and they sort of glow blue. That's their little damage points. So I think one of the ways this game works is it just spawns waves of tanks, and if there's no time limit, just take your time killing the waves of tanks. Oh, shoot. Just took one to the face. Alright, so over here, you can sort of see there, and you can jump off of ledges. You can't go up them. It looks like a kind of a windmill thing. See that? Well, it looks like a radar dish. Oh! Oh, it's behind the main base. Alright, here's the enemy base. They've got these little defensive things circling around them that you have to take out.
Enemy base is taking damage.
There's also this, which you can capture. Should say hack commencing. And I think what that's going to do is just show me enemies on them.
Radar relay access. All enemy positions revealed.
Alright, we've got a fair number of bad guys. So I've only got 6 rounds left, this guided, these rockets. Hopefully I'll kill it and he'll drop a yellow ammo pod, but he's not dropping it. Alright. Alright, it's kind of annoying to shoot these little moving things here when you don't have lock-on weapons. So you do enough damage to these. Ouch. Oh, I have no more of that ammo. Alright. Not that bad. And they stop moving and eventually you destroy them. And then you can do damage to the structure itself. Now at certain points, at certain damage thresholds, yeah, it's going to launch bad guys. Oh, so there we go. And I don't have, I don't have guided missiles. Alright, there's a stupid airplane. Is that all? Yeah, it's just the airplane. Alright. Oh, and a UFO. Great. What else is there?
Hack commencing.
Shoot. There's a tank that was behind me, which I couldn't see because I was looking up. So all that hack commencing, hack failed. That's just who's controlling that radar. Shoot, I'm out of ammo. I have to go to my little pea shooter. Oh man, what the heck? My shields were down. So I'm dead, but I have 3 lives. So I respawn, and all the damage that I've done is still there, but I have extra ammo. So basically, that cost me a free life. You can buy extra free lives. You might look at the place where you buy free lives and go, oh, they're only 1,000? No big deal. I think each one doubles in price. They get progressively more expensive. See the alert in the upper right, shields down. That's because I'm using turbo. Oh yeah? Come back here, you jerk. I drink up his data. Alex Chapman's saying I'm really bad at this game. So you just shoot this thing and it heals you up, but you have to be damaged. Alright, so I think those are all the defenders. So I can come up here and damage this, and then when it gets down to like 25% damage, it'll spawn more guys. There's a little, the way they reflect damage. I like that. It's like a crack or rip and or chunks blown off of something, and that blue... What is that? Tron essence, or whatever that is under there.
Radar relay accessed.
Alright, let's finish this. You can see in the bottom right hand corner, 855, 825, 795. You can see its hit points going down. Maybe it won't spawn more people. Alright, fine with me. So it's going to immediately, you know, fly us out.
3, 2, 1.
Wizard of Video Games. If you tried this in VR, I have Wizard of Video Games. It's really cool in VR. But I can't do VR stuff for more than 10 minutes. I get sick. Alright, so that's good, but basically we didn't make anything considering we had to use a free life. Alright, everything's level 2. I think I'm going to go... So I don't have any choice. I'm going to go here, and then we're going to fire off a probe. And it'll give us a look at some of the other hexes, and we'll see if maybe there's a reason to check out some of these, like this little lone hex here. And which one of these two we should go to before going to this shield generator. Alright, so one more. This is... well, I'm just going to launch into it. Oh, right. It doesn't tell me what's there until I actually get into the mission, because I didn't probe it. Alex Chapman.
Protect the Allied base from the enemy attackers.
All right, I like defense missions. Alex Chapman, yeah, I'm nowhere near the fires. All of the areas around our house have sort of burned recently, so there's no fuel for fires around here. We did, however, host a refugee cat. Oh, look at these little super fast guys. They're annoying.
Our base is taking damage.
Oh shoot, they're at the base already? I love the range on these guided missiles. I mean, you can literally kill something all the way across the map with these, if you get line of sight. Haha, you died. Oh, where's the base at? Oh, it's back here. Dagnabbit. I just left the base. Oh, shoot.
One defeated.
Let's go pick up his data. So I could run up here and grab, see that there? And that'll give me, might as well head towards it. There are also things on the map you can find that will unlock weapons or give you money. Oops. It recognized my superior marksmanship. Oh, there's something over here to the left. The heavy tank has a cannon, which is much better about, like, is a better direct fire weapon.
Defeated.
The rockets spit out a lot of damage with splash effect, but I like the direct hit of the cannon. And when we get to a supply point, I'll show you. It's pretty detailed about different weapon stats. You've got a couple of flyers up there. All right, so that was the whole mission.
Extraction in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Left empty. Tom's shields went down suddenly for half a second. Yeah, that's when you sprint. The sprinting, it just basically means no shielding. And the game doesn't really... I mean, I think I saw it in a tooltip or something. It doesn't make that clear. I guess it does if you're paying attention. The no shields pops up, but... Basically, sprinting is something you only want to do when you're out of battle to get to battle. Alright, it's going to spawn... Nope, didn't spawn a nemesis. So, let's now drop a probe, which will cost 250 space bucks. I think it's 2 hexes. We'll find out. We'll probe right here. Oh, they're just adjacent. Alright, well, that's okay. So, let's see. This is a conquest. Gain control of pylons. Siege, one of our last bases, is coming under heavy fire. We can't afford... So I think I'm going to do that one. What's this up here? Convoy, defend a convoy. Let's do this one. I like defensive missions are easier. Oh, and we can buy a mod. And I don't see a supply point yet where I can get new weapons. So let's go ahead and buy another one. And we will put that. So I'm not sold on active reload. What does it do? Oh, I also have an ability I haven't been using. The Rot. Why didn't you guys remind me? Enables and improves the active reload capacity. And then Magnet is how, of course, it sucks in all the drops around you. Heal, I don't think helps you. So again, this game is clearly geared towards multiplayer with a lot of these upgrades. Okay, we just put it on front shields. Dr. Jones says, hello, sir. I'm writing today to inform you that Tron Essence is a copyrighted trademark of the Disney Corporation and require you to cease and desist usage of the term on your stream immediately. Just got a cease and desist slapped down on me by Disney. I wasn't listening to what the narrator lady said. Defend the base, though. I know that. All right, so what do we have? Oh, wow, we've got a turret.
Attack wave is approaching.
I kind of want to... How far off is this radar tower? A long way off. All right, never mind the radar tower. Haha, you died.
Attack vehicles approaching.
Fast attack vehicle. Those are little scouts, which are super annoying, and you want to equip your tracking missiles for those guys. There he is. It's like a little Tron cycle. Oh, he's not dead. I just picked up ammo, you'll note.
Allied base taking damage.
From what? Okay, we've lost our front shields. And they're back.
Heavy armor group en route.
Heavy armor group. I don't like the sound of that. It's not a heavy armor group, it's a little scout thing. Come back here, you jerk. Oops. Fumbled the active reload. Nice move, Tom. Not much of a heavy armor group. Dagnabbit. There we go.
Fast attack vehicles approaching.
All right, we've got one over here.
Forces have been vanquished. Great job.
Wait, why? No, they haven't.
Extraction in.
No, I want to kill more stuff.
3, 2, 1.
All right, now let's take out a shield generator. And, so this is a purple, this Nemesis here, this icon is a badass tank. They hit you super hard and they're really fast. They're not, it's not like an ogre, unfortunately, that would be cool. But they'll move around on the map and they'll get in the way of you when you're trying to do other missions. All right, so these shield generator missions, there's a few different kinds of them. Basically, it tends to be a multi-stage map where you have part 1, part 2. And you have to get into a base, and then you have to attack the shield generator. And will it tell me anything about what it is? No. We'll find out when it launches, what kind of mission it is. I'm going to go ahead and save this money, because there's got to be a supply point sooner or later. Is that a... Yeah, once we get here, I'm going to go ahead and drop a probe and see what we can find out. But let's go ahead and take out the shield generator. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if you just make a beeline for the AI core, how feasible it is to actually do these maps when they still have the little shield generator things online. I'm thinking not. Maybe if you're really good. Maybe if you have a team of folks. I don't know. All right, let's take out the shield generator. Here we go. These are, again, the kinds of enemies we'll face. Turrets, the little flyers, light tanks, some sort of a medium tank, and I think that is the base itself, the shield generator itself.
Destroy the shield generator.
You guys have to remind me to use my special power.
Unit alive.
All right, so I have to get... Where's the relay unit? Okay, so a relay unit is going to get me into the main base. And I have to escort it. There it is. Fortunately, it's a tank with a gun. I'm shooting you in the rear. How did that not kill you? No, you're dead. We've got some air support. Okay, dude, get out of the way. I've got to protect you. No, don't bang into me, you jerk. Rocket tank.
Relay unit inside.
All right, look at all the things that have spawned over there. All right, so he's going to go... Oh, shoot. Right, there's a tower up there. Looks like he got it, though. All right, do you want point? No, you can't take point. There's our jet doing some... Ah, here we go. There was a... You jerk. Come here. Shoot. I really don't like how things like spawn just right on top of you, which is really unfair. But I guess that happens in Tron World. Okay, where are you going, dude? Guess he wants to come this way. All right. Oh, I think he's going down there. Yeah, you can see the shield generator in the distance. So he's got to do something to get me in there. And he's doing fine. He's got full shields, full health. Hello. Alright, there's a turret over there on my left. There's ammo. Alright, so he sits in there and he has to, like, be in there for a certain amount of time. A minute 20, you can see. Ah! Almost got it. Oh, thanks. Did we have some airborne? Oh, there's a turret behind me. Turning, turning, turning. There's their airplane. I knew they had one. Where'd it go? Alright, so he's now dropped the little shield. What's that? Or he's opened the door, so now I need to go in here and then drop the shield generator. Actually, he will come with me. It's kind of pokey.
Destroy the shield generator.
Shoot. Oh man, come on. Ah. All right, I think those are all the defenders in here. And you'll note he's going to come in here and start shooting at the base as well. Scoop up some money, because why not? Took a little bit of damage. Should actually pay attention. Is there any healing? Is there any of those healing pylons in here? Just try to get a look around. I don't think there are. Alright, we just have to be careful. Alright, so we take these out. Defenders. Hello, jerk. So I don't know if you can see on the radar, but the radar doesn't see past obstacles. Which I guess is why you might want one of those sensor tanks. They go faster. They go. The slower they are, the more damage they've taken. So the more you hit them, the slower they'll start turning. And you can see in the bottom right, it's part of the generator's hit points. All right, so that one's gone. Keep an eye on your radar. Stuff might spawn. All right, we've got
75%.
Oh, it's a turret. Oh, did he just kill my dude? I think he did. Got something else over here. Ah, right. All right. And then once these are gone, the rockets are great way to just finish it off. Let's see.
Generator at 50%.
Yep, there's a couple things spawned. Flyer. So it's not super important now, but what I was trying to do there is keep one shield face to one enemy and another shield face to another enemy, so that they weren't both shooting the same shield facing. Alright. Oh, shoot a monkey! Why didn't you guys tell me how much damage I was taking? And why didn't you remind me to use my special ability? You're all fired. Every one of you. Alright, so they're all the defenders, right? Look, you can see it's Tron Essence.
Generator at 25%.
And yep, it spawned new. I guess at 70, 50, and 25% it spawns defenders. Ow. Oh, there's a damage healing thing. So that's got to be like a heavy tank, because it's dropping my shields in one shot. Oh, and look at my... Yeah, okay, I'm definitely taking damage. Alright, let's avail ourselves of this. Alright, now we're healed up. And I have no rockets left. That's fine, I'll use these. Look at that, my shields are gone. Is he down? Oh. Man, he's a jerk. Okay, I got rockets because he dropped an ammo pod. So this now should finish off the shield generator. Clay Heaton says, whoa, I've never watched a stream before. Clay Heaton, I don't believe that. 82, 52, 22. Oh, come on. There we go.
Generator destroyed. AI core defenses reduced.
So, look what happens to the power level, too.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at all my money. Oh, give me more money. I love that money. I like so much money. Okay, so we're now on the map, and check this out. Enemy power 3. Oh, wait, what? No, 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 no. I obviously don't know how this game works. I've done things before that have made power fall. I guess it's not killing shield generators. At any rate, you'll note on the AI core, there's now only 2 of these little yellow lines. And look at the Nemesis tank. He's moving around. All right, let's drop a probe. We have plenty of money. I really want to find a supply point now so that I can get better and upgraded weapons. because Mark 1 sucks, and I can't wait to show you guys the weapon stuff, because it's one of the reasons I really like this. See, this stuff here, I want to be able to see it. And in AI, you're just supposed to, you can just, in AI, in VR, you can just glance down at this stuff. And I think that they have done a poor job making this all readable. Like, this could move around with your HUD, with your view. So, come on, Rebellion. I know you guys want me to buy VR junk, but it does look good in VR. Not this sharp, but still. All right, let's drop a probe. Maybe we can find a supply point. Hey, the probe costs 300 now. Haven't used them enough. Yeah, that makes sense. They go up in price, like extra lives. There we go. Where we were going to go anyway is a supply point. Durr. And then otherwise we have up here a siege, an assault, and an onslaught. What are the differences? What's the difference between a siege, an assault, and an onslaught? Thoughts? I expect a 1,200-word essay from each of you. One of our last bases... Oh, here we're under siege. We're not mounting the siege. The assault, we're making a push deep into territory. Destroy their fortress. Ugh. What is that? And I wish these had, like, tooltips where you could get info, but oh well. An onslaught. Massive enemy resources are pooling as they try to hold off... Oh, all of these, we are the active player. All right. Okay, but first let's go to this supply point, because here's where I think the game is way cooler than you guys might realize. Okay, we are now... Oh, come on, quit getting stronger. Supply point, yay. Look at the stuff we can buy. And we have 2 more slots for things. We could also swap out our rot ability for vampire. What does that do? Absorb damage. Oh, yeah, big wheel. That radar ping actually might be more helpful, because I actually might remember to use that. Right, corrosive interference that degrades shields and armor. You know what? I'm just going to have to force myself to remember that. Besides, okay, so here are the things I can buy, and you might be like, oh, aren't there more weapons? But look at the... shoot, where's the arsenal? No. You know what? I'll show you in a minute. Let me buy stuff. So our multi-lock-on right now is just Mark 1. That's stupid. Let's swap it. Oh, I really want this cannon. I want this cannon and the multi-lock-on. So if we sell this... Yeah, okay, so if we sell that, we'll have enough money. Right? Yeah, someone do the math. Hey, I sold the wrong thing. That's okay, I'm going to sell them both. Is there a buyback? I never need a buyback button in an vendor NPC until I need it. Okay, in this slot, we'll put the Mark 6 multi-lock on. Now, see over there on the right, it's telling me the amount of damage, 28.3, shots per reload, the magazine size, total ammo, rate of fire, and reload time. So, oh, it looks like the thing I sold, I can just buy back for the same price. So there is a buyback. So at Mark... There it is. Yeah. At Mark 1, damage is 20. Here it's 28.3. At Mark 1, shots per reload was 2. Here it's 3. Total ammo here was 60. Here it's 90. Rate of fire was 3. Now it's 4.5. I think that's the number of rocket... It can't be the number of rockets it launches, because it's not going to launch a half a rocket, as we point out. So, we're clearly getting the better deal with this. Now, I do want... No, I want you to be here. And it doesn't matter. Now, I want this cannon, because the cannons are awesome. Look at the amount of damage. It has no area of effect. There's no splash... Oh, it's the missiles I was using. Right, where are my missiles? Rockets, unguided rockets. Oops, no, don't buy that. Area of effect 2.0. So these are kind of splashy. I wonder if I should get... No, I want the cannon, because I want to show you guys the cannon. 28 ammo, reload time 1.8. How big a magazine does it have? Does it reload each time? Alright, we're going to buy that. Alright, so now we have a badass cannon and a way better multi-lock-on instead of missiles. We have 200 space bucks. We could spend that there. Nope, we're going to save it. We're going to take it on a gift certificate. Alright, so I'm now exiting this, and I want you to remember, so we saw, well, like 4 things we could have bought there. And you're probably thinking, well, that's not many. What's the big deal? Look here. This is where it might have a minor claim to being a roguelike. So the 3 facets of a roguelike, it has to have permadeath, procedurally generated levels, It doesn't have to, but these tend to be the defining characteristics of a roguelike, and a meta progression. So this is the meta progression. There aren't procedurally generated levels in this game, so it doesn't have that. You'll note where did I start? With the unguided rockets. I started with this right here. Unlike Criterion, and you begin with this. Now, if you want the Mark II, you'll note it goes all the way over. I have to use the Mark 15. And you'll note the criteria to unlock these. Beat the campaign with 4 players if I ever want to unlock this. And unlocking it doesn't mean I've bought it. It just means it'll be in a supply point. It can appear in a supply point. And look at the cost down here. 12,000 space bucks. Here I have to kill 750 turrets. I've killed 71 so far. Complete a medium campaign on hard difficulty to unlock this. And all of these different weapons. Just later get. I have not seen any of these. These must be cool. Convert weapons. So weapons factories are neutral points that spawn on some of the maps. And you run over and you capture them, and the little AI chick says, you have unlocked a new weapon. And then you, at the end of the mission, it tells you what you've unlocked. Convert weapons factory. So I guess a lot of these are in weapons factories. But look at all this stuff that you can get. And artillery, right? Like, that's got to be awesome. But check this out. Long-range high-explosive cannon. Auto-computes range for units tagged by other pilots. So where's McMaster when you need him? In a recon tank on the front line tagging other targets. Nope, he's not there. So at any rate, that's the arsenal, and I don't know what determines how many things in the arsenal or which ones appear in a supply point, but they obviously don't appear until you've unlocked them. And here are all the little special doodads. All right, so we've now got some badass weapons. Let's go do one more mission, then we're going to do a drawing. You know what? Let's do a drawing for Request Wednesday, then we'll do one more mission. I was hoping a short campaign I could just... Actually, I knew that wasn't going to happen. I would love to be able to show you guys what a pain in the butt this boss battle is. I think you basically need extra lives going into it. And I also wanted you to see a nemesis. But let's do a drawing for Request Wednesday, and then we'll do an onslaught, an assault, or a siege. I don't know which one. These two have different backdrops. All right, if you guys would, come over with me to Request Wednesday. Here's randomresult.com. It's going to give us a random number. And here is our Request Wednesday document with all of the votes in it. So let's see, we have 19 votes. This is not a vote. That is a fake vote. It's fraud. Demand a recount. Sacrifice. Wow, left empty. I really want to play Total War Warhammer 2. I haven't played it in forever. I'm terrible at it. Diablo 3, Richard Fogey. No fair. No fair, Richard Fogey. He knows I'm playing this on the Switch. He's just forcing me to divert my time and waste it on the PC version. Can't stream a Switch. Flamberge. What is that, Alex Chapman? Isn't a flamberge like a glaive guisarme? Like a polearm? Soren Hoagland voted for this. I'd never heard of it. I looked it up and I was like, what? So I kind of hope this wins because it's really weird. Hitman 2. I was a little dismayed to boot it up and see, wait, these are all the same levels from Hitman 1. But then you continue down the list and they're Hitman 2 levels. They're legacy levels that get imported into Hitman 2. I'm not sure why. I don't know what the functional differences are between Hitman 1 and 2. Really, Duck Helmet wants me to play this horrible thing. Spider-Man, Fred Dewey, very nice. A couple of Bard's Tale votes. This weird thing. Haven't tried it, but, you know, Jason Rohrer. Always curious to see what he's doing. Kinseed. Alex Chapman voting for Flamberge and Kinseed. I'm assuming his most recent vote is the one he wants to do. Motorcycle racing game. Healer's Quest. That's not a real thing, is it? Din's Legacy. What else did I miss? Return of the Obra Dinn. Don't know what that is. It's installed. I've been told just go in blind. Yakuza 0. There's no way that can be as good as folks think. Project Hospital. Clay Heaton, way better than 2 Point Hospital. I like how hardcore Project Hospital seems to be. All right, let's now go to randomresult.com, and we are going to generate a number between 1 and 19. Join me Wednesday. That's tomorrow, not 2 days away. Remember, I'm actually reminding myself. For, suddenly draw one number. We don't want it to draw multiple numbers. For the 2:45 live stream of Flamberge, a type of glaive guisarme. Hold on, let's look up what this is. Flamberge. Steam. Store. Okay, wait. There's the Rebellion set. Store. No, I don't want to look at the... Why can I not figure out Steam? Store. It's not voice activated, Tom. There, store. Flamberge. Flamberge simultaneous tactics. Okay, it's pixel early access. That's why I don't know anything about it. What? March 25th, 2015. This thing's been in early access for 3.5 frickin' years. There's a beta branch opt-in. All right, he's still doing updates. Approximately how long will this be in early access? As a full-time student, with a soundtrack artist who's a full-time worker, or a two-man team, development has been brutally slow and unpredictable. People's continued support is always encouraging, but, and this is in boldface, unfortunately I can't make promises about when we will leave early access. So it seemed like going in, he knew it might be 3.5 years. How is the full version going to be different? The early access version will be iterated until it has all the features and content of the full game, then is released. Yeah. Alright, so Flamberge, I don't know what it is. The tags, RPG, strategy, adventure, indie. Huh. Clay Heaton says, I don't realize the random result is not inclusive, so if you want a chance to get 19, you have to go from 1 to 20. What? That's not right. Oh, between. Dagnabbit, you're right. And, you know, I've been completely fixated on the fact that between is misspelled, so I disregarded it. I've been using this wrong all along. Oh, no, you were so wrong. I just got a 19. I just got a 19. Clay Heaton just says, yeah. You scared me, Clay Heaton. I've been using that for a while. But no, that makes sense. Does it make sense, though, grammatically? Now you have, yeah, okay, Clay Heaton. But Clay Heaton, if you told me that, I would have been like, no, you're wrong. And then I would have thought about it and been, oh, you're right. So Clay Heaton, at least now we know. All right, so Wednesday we'll be live streaming whatever oh yeah, I was going to look up. Flamberge is a tactics RPG featuring free movement and simultaneous turns. Players plan out their moves ahead of time. Then during execution, both allies and enemies will act at the same time. So basically the description spins its entire word count explaining to me what simultaneous turns are. Why aren't I playing that, what's that game? Havoc? No, what's that one? It's like a sports version, and then there's an open world city one version of it. Frozen Synapse. Why aren't we playing that? Because that's not in early access. I'm always happy to see though what kind of things indie folks like this do. Why 3.5 years though? Let's see. Hyde Zeke is the name of the developer. Get it? And this is his only thing, or I should say their only thing. They're a two-man team. All right, well, we'll find out, Alex Chapman. Clayton says he's used to programming languages where random functions aren't inclusive of the upper bound. No, it makes perfect sense, Clay Heaton. I would have, grammatically, I would have even thought. But I think the accepted usage of it means it's inclusive when you say between. Because, yeah, if you're between 1 and 19, if you're 19, you're not, whatever. Because Left Empty says nor the bottom one, because that seems like it would mean the same thing. Like it should be between 0 and 20. Is between grammatically, like does it imply inclusive? I don't know. All right, we can't buy a mod with our remaining space bucks, so let's go in and do... Oh, we want to do this one, of course. We want to get up here to this shield generator. So we're going to do an assault. Ready? We're making a push deep into enemy territory. We're going to destroy a fortress. Wish me luck. An enemy of power 4. Nemesis tank nowhere near. I don't know if the Nemesis tank makes a beeline for you or just moseys around.
Fight your way to the enemy base and destroy it.
Now I'm hoping maybe it'll show you a different kind of a... Because the levels do get different and weird. Like, see all that splooging lava up there? So I have a buddy tank. You know, I guess I'm going to follow him. Here you go, Mark 6 lock-on. Look at that. Boom. Alright, you know what? There's safety in numbers. Look at that, way off in the distance. Okay, what happened there? Oh, I think they're banging into the wall. Right there. That's the way that should work. Looks like my buddy tank has died. At least I'm not seeing him on radar anymore. Is that gonna finish it? No, not quite. Okay, check out this cannon. Oh, that's one of those heavy tanks, too. Shields are holding out. Oh, shoot. Ow, here go my front shields. Oh, shoot, I'm damaged. Where's that damage thing? Yeah, there you are. Alright, so now I'm fully healed. I only have 10 rounds in my cannon left. Oh, there's an airplane. There you are. Come here, you jerk. Come here. Oh, I'm hitting the base already. I don't want to do that. Okay, that is a mine layer. I don't know if you can tell, he's like pooping out mines behind him. It's super, mines are super annoying. Ow, ow. Ow. Oh my gosh, look at how much damage I took. Alright, I gotta heal up. Alright, this game's getting serious and I wasn't ready to get serious. Shoot, no, 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 no. Alright. Alright, there. Come here, you jerks. How did that miss you? Both of them? Oh, good. Ammo. Oh, hi. See that? He's launching a guided missile at me, which is... If I had... Oh, look, I'm going to use rot. There's rot. I don't know if rot did much good, but you can see in the center of my HUD it's recharging. Alright, who's left? There's one turret out there. And you'll note, even from way back here, I'm locking onto the little base defense nodes. Oh, somebody behind me. Taking hits. I thought I was taking hits behind me. Alright, I actually do want to grab this tower here. Oh, you know, I think the damage behind me was maybe splash damage from one of those turrets launching rockets. Oh, no, it's an airplane, jerk.
Radar relay accessed. All enemy positions revealed.
Okay, so I think I keep this for the whole mission unless the enemies take it from me. Look at that, a rocket. Oh, shoot. I don't know if... That's lava. It looks like you could drive into it and die. I'm not going to find out. My rot is almost recharged. Oh, look, the stupid tower reverted to neutral. I guess you're supposed to sit there and occupy it? Oh, that's the damage thing. Alright, I need McMaster in this game to go park by the tower so I can see where everything is. I could just hang out back here and shoot those... I think I will, actually. Is that cheap? Because as the base takes damage, I assume it's going to spawn defenders around the base. You can see it's down to 2,400 hit points. I whiffed the active reload. Now that they're slow, it's taking them forever to come around. There we go. There, the shielding's down, right? Why can't I lock on? Alright, I guess we'll go to cannons. Wait, that's not hurting it? It's not doing any damage to it. What's up with that? Oh, you know, I think I have to hack it. No, oh, there. It's still got that stupid thing. Jerk. There. Okay, and it spawned... Okay. Well, so much for my standoff attack. Look at that. One-shotted that guy. Where's your buddy? There. Nope. That's the healing thing. Oh, here we go. No, it's just one of these little guys. Alright, well, let's hang back here and just lob rounds into it. Yeah, each one of these shots does 100 damage. Oh, wait, look. Look. Oh, whoops, I don't have a cannon anymore. That's okay. Look at this. Ah, this could be a weapons factory. And you know it doesn't show up on the map.
Commencing.
Let's see what we get.
Data store accessed. Personal funds increased.
All right, so I got money. And I'm about to be out of ammo for everything except... Oh, great. We're now down to our pea shooter. I don't think it's going to spawn any more defenders, though, at this point. Yeah.
Destroyed. Extraction in 4, 3, 2, 1.
X-Flagger just subscribed to me on Twitch. Thank you very much, X-Flagger. Much appreciated. How much money did I get from that factory thing? All right, so now, oh, quit getting stronger. Looky there. Let's see where the Nemesis goes. We're about to get a oh, I guess he went down there. We're about to get a second Nemesis. Do we want to spend 250 to drop a probe? Probably. To decide what... Oh, no, we want to go up here. We definitely going to go here no matter what's there. But you know what? I'm going to call it a night. I've got company coming over in a little bit, so I must run. This has been Battlezone. I think it's called Battlezone Gold Edition. Originally for the VR, for the PS4. A year later, it was out for the PC. Eventually, shortly thereafter, you could play it without the VR. Now it's out on the Nintendo Switch, and I've been playing on the Switch. But I'm really sold on this as a mouse and keyboard thing. Also, for a multiplayer thing, I think I'm more likely to talk someone like Jason McMaster into getting it on the PC. Because this you can play, there's no head-to-head. It's cooperative. You play through the campaign with another player. And you play through on normal, you unlock the next tier of vehicles, then you play through on hard, then extreme. And then what do you get? I don't know. The satisfaction of having played. Oh, Autistic Angel. Hi there. Thanks for showing up. I know him. So come on back tomorrow, Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll take a look at Flamberge, an early access game with pixel graphics that is still in early access after 3.5 years. So it's got to be that good. No, I'm super curious about it now that Alex Chapman showed it to me. So we'll look at that tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, and I will see you guys then. Cheers.